These are stories of people that have witnessed overdose, and most of them have been trained in the use of naloxone and able to administer it, saving the life of their friend, family member, or a stranger. The scientific evidence is developing that naloxone works. It is important that you also hear these stories in order to better see its impact.
Before he could even get the needle out of his arm, he collapsed to the floor.
I was called in for an emergency. We had an on-site overdose.
Someone came running up and grabbed me and said that a friend was OD'd in the street.
Next thing I knew, it was just loud. He had went straight down to the floor.
A client came into the surrender exchange screaming that their friend was turning blue.
I came home to my apartment and found her face was white as a sheet of paper and her lips were blue as blue jeans, and I was terrified.
I went to the bathroom and I shot 3 bags of heroin, and I had like this ultimate OD.
I ended up having to hit him with Narcan.
Blue, but he was still breathing, and I administered intramuscular Narcan.
Instantaneously, I knew what I had to do. I pulled my kid out and I gave him his first injection of the intranasal Narcan.
What I did was I took out my kid, and I drew up, the Narcan, and I gave him an injection.
I grabbed my kid, I did the sternum rub on him. There was no response, so I immediately injected the person right in the thigh with the Narcan.
He came out of it when I hit him with the Narcan.
After the second injection, he came back and the color returned to his face.
With the second dose of Naloxone and the rescue breathing, we brought him back.
He didn't at first respond. I didn't wait. I gave him another one. And he gasped for air. And that's when I grabbed him and picked him up.
She shot me with Narcan 4 times, and I woke up with, thank God, and I am very grateful.
I was just so lucky that the Naloxone worked, and that person is here today to thank me about it.
The color returned to his face, and it had a big impact on me. He just looked so completely different.
I actually felt this person, his breathing come back.
We brought him back, and that's something that will stick with me forever because it was just so powerful. It was like a fight for life and death, and without Naloxone, we could be dead.
Overdose is actually one of the leading causes of death among people who use drugs, among people with HIV, and among young people in general. We know that if drug users and their parents have Naloxone at home, if they have Naloxone in their pockets, they can save lives of those who overdose. I was able to use Naloxone to save lives. I felt rather calm and confident in what I was doing because I was absolutely sure that one shot of Naloxone would reverse this overdose and the person will be back to life.
It's brief and it's pretty easy to administer, and I wish I had it then, because if I had it then, she'd still be alive today. As of this day, I brought back 5 people.
It's a great program, and I'm glad I'm part of it. It saved my life many times.
I think that naloxone should be distributed out more liberally than it is now.